Hi, this is Pat Fitzgerald, the VA loan guy. Today we're going to talk about buying an investment property. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about buying an investment property. I get a lot of calls on this from people, and there's some very specific rules when it comes to buying an investment property, or some would call simply a rental property. The rules are very specific, and you really need to pay attention to this one. First of all, you need a minimum of 20% down payment. It is a conventional loan. You will get a slightly better interest rate if you put down 25%, but that's totally up to you. The rate on an investment property is always at least 0.5% to maybe even 3/4 of a point higher than the rate would be if you were buying a property for your primary residence. Don't know why that is exactly, but it's always been that way. The other thing is the debt to income ratio must remain below 50%. In other words, your total gross earnings combined with all of your debts, including the proposed payment on the rental property, must tally less than 50% of your gross monthly income. The other thing that can really give you a heart attack here is that you have to have 6 payments in what we call reserves. That means the equivalent of all of if you have another home that you live in, and let's just say for a moment that your house payment on your existing home is $1,500, you have to have the rules of the loan, you have to have $1,500 times 6. In other words, 6 months reserves. So that would be, in the case of $1,500 house payment, an additional $9,000 either in the bank or in an investment account, a money market account, something fairly liquid. We can also count a 401k or an IRA, some sort of a retirement device, but we can only count 60% of that. And the reason it's that way is there's a penalty for liquidation and of course taxes and all that sort of thing. So sometimes that can really trip you up, but if you have 2 properties, then unfortunately we have to have 6 months worth of reserves on both of those properties. That's on top of your 20% down. And of course, don't forget you're going to have closing costs on the rental property. Can you get the seller to pay the closing costs on a rental property? Certainly you can. It's all in the offer and what is negotiated. But that reserve factor is a very important thing for you to know. The rental market is very good right now, and many people are buying rentals, and or they are not selling their current residence and turning that into a rental and moving on and buying their next home that they're going to move into. When you do that, obviously you eliminate all the worries about having the reserves on the property. So there's lots of questions on this, and I'm here to answer them all. You just give me a call. I'm at 210-215-4400. I tell everybody it doesn't cost a penny to talk. So call me right now, 210-215-4400. Thanks for tuning in.